Child, I'm going to try not to swear because I know my mother watches this channel and some church people and some witnesses and stuff, and I don't want to swear. But I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Thank you so much for joining me, by the way. Why am I mad? Tell them why you're mad. Well, it's been a while since I've updated. My apologies. It's been really busy. I'm working at a hospital about an hour and a half from my house. It's a small facility, under 50 beds, no ICU, no oncology units, no craziness, just a med surge and 5 beds that are like intermediate care, um, and that's it. So it's a small place and it's busy. It is busy. They crank some numbers, and my really only issue with the assignment right now is they don't give a damn about a ratio. It's not New York, New Jersey style ratios, but when you start off with 5 patients, um, in the ED, 5 patients is pushing it, and sometimes you can have 6. And even if you have a patient that's an ED hold or a boarder or waiting for a bed, things can turn south. They can get neglected because I feel you have to take care of your ER patients first, okay? Um, so it's been a learning experience. I told my husband this is the hardest I've ever worked. It's a very tough assignment, but I'm learning new skills and I'm watching my nursing knowledge grow, and it's good for my profession. Now, that being said, they asked me to extend, in which I wasn't really crazy about wanting to extend because, first of all, it's an hour and a half away. My husband and I have been getting hotels for, when my shifts are 2 in a row. They've been doing 2 in a row and then 1. 2 in a row and then 1. So we've been getting hotels for the 2, which is a lot of money. So you're spending about $1,200 a month extra on hotels. We're driving a lot. So I wasn't really wanting to extend. I'm like, this place is crazy. It's busy. It's far. I'm good. I'm going to go back to Florida or try to find something closer to my house. But I was gracious, and I thanked the manager when she asked me if I was willing to extend, and I said, I would consider it, but I put a caveat because I had heard a lot of the travelers there, about 80% of the staff is travelers, okay? They extend. A lot of them choose to extend, which I don't really know why they all rolling over to extend because it's so busy. Yeah, I mean, what ERs did y'all come from where you think this is, great? You should have 4 patients, and I know we can't be spoiled and think we're always going to have 4, but we have to think of our license, especially as travelers, because remember, nobody has your back. So make sure you're charting defensively, and make sure you speak up if you feel like you're given too much to bear. There's one time the charge nurse messed up the assignment. I had 7 beds, and I said something. They're like, "Oh, I'll take this one. I'll take one," but left me with 6, which is still a lot of patients in the ER. Okay, and they're anyway. So I wasn't really that hype about extending, but I said thank you. I'll think about it if the rate doesn't drop, because I'm listening to all these other travelers and they extend, and then boom, lo and behold, they get the letter a couple weeks or a month later saying, "Oh yeah, it's going great, but here's your new rate. All right, we're gonna drop your rate." So I said, knowing how hard I'm working and knowing how far it is, there is no way I'm doing this job for $1 less than what I signed on for. That being said, this morning, the manager sent the official offer to extend, and I got an email from Aya congratulating me and letting me know that my pay will be reduced by about $450 a week. I mean, that's $1,800 a month. That's my mortgage. All right. So they want to reduce my pay by my mortgage and expect me to do the same job and give the same care and drive the same amount, and it's not happening. For this last month of the contract, I got my manager to agree to split up my shifts so we don't have to get hotels anymore. Let's drive up and back. But yeah, I'm ignoring that email for a day or two. I'm going to think of my reply because I want to be professional, but there's just absolutely no way. There's no way, right? So I want to tell you all, this is the point. The whole point of the story is you're working hard. They like you. They like you. They want you to extend, but they want to cut your pay. And I think this is where we all need to stand up and keep our hands in several pots. That's why you talk to several different recruiters and don't burn your bridges, right? Because there might be a time when you have to stand up and say, I'm not taking that. I'm going elsewhere, which is exactly what I plan to do. I'm not planning on counter negotiating. I'm just I'm gonna sleep on it, but my plan is to just email, thank you so much for the offer, but I'm insulted. No, thank you so much for the offer, but I'm gonna be honest and tell her I'm not doing this job for a penny less than I signed on for. There's nothing wrong with that. We're all being honest here, so that's my 2 cents. Please be careful and ask up front. I was actually going to ask Aya about the rate before I even got into anything. I was going to ask about what is Aya going to do to protect my pay rate. And now I know I didn't have to ask because guess what, honey? They ain't doing a damn thing. These agencies, I mean, I heard Medical Solutions might be an exception. They might hold your rate for your contract no matter what, but these companies do not have our best interests at heart, okay? That being said, I will keep you posted on my reply to them and what they say. I'm looking actively with other recruiters online just because, it's about 7 weeks out, actually 6 weeks out from looking for my next assignment. So it's time to put the feelers out and see what else is out there. So demand respect and demand your pay. All right. Last but not least, I just want to make a quick note about Linton. Mrs. Linton, the 37-year-old travel nurse from Texas that caused the horrific crash in, I think it's like Windsor Hils, California, killing 6 people, killing a pregnant woman, killing an unborn baby, killing an infant, she killed everybody. She don't kill everybody. And I'm going to be honest, I choose to have grace. I choose to shower her with grace. I feel I would not wish her situation on my worst enemy. I don't know. They're saying she wasn't drunk. I don't know what her state of mind was, but we know people can have psychosis, right? We know people can have reactions to medications and or shots of things that may be causing different symptoms around the world that we're not going to talk about on this channel, all right? People may be having TIAs, mini strokes, cardiac events. I don't know, but we've all dealt with patients that are, I use this term with love, off their rocker. I mean, unreasonable, unreconcilable psych patients. They can have bouts of psychosis. Whether this is that, I don't know. But all I'm saying is, please choose grace. Do not judge this woman. She did something terrible, and yes, she should be punished. But could you imagine waking up and hearing the carnage that you caused, the people that you killed? That is a pain that is so unimaginable. Same as the pain of those families, those grieving people. She has to live with actually causing those deaths. So that's a whole nother level of guilt. That's a whole nother level of coming to Jesus. I don't know. If she had psych problems before, well, Mama is really gonna have to pray and get it together now, because this is unfathomable loss. All right, but choose grace on our sister. Choose grace on our nurse sister. All right. Anyone makes mistakes. I'm just trying to choose grace for her. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. I'll keep you posted on my rate reduction. These bastards. I run circles around these other nurses. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I didn't pee. I didn't pee once tonight in 12 hours. You know what that means. You know you're moving. And I'm insulted. And we all should be insulted when these companies come at us and try to reduce our rate and expect the same level of care. Not happening. They need to get their relocation bonuses together and hire their staff nurses back if that's the case, because the travelers are not giving up their life in their world to come and get their rate reduced. All right. All right, y'all. I guess that's it. Comment below. Thank you for watching. Give me your 2 cents. Hey, you know what? Question for next video. What do you think about strike nurses, scabs, crossing the line? What do you think about that? There's some crazy contracts sometimes for crisis response nurses and, workforce disruption nurses, I believe scab nurses. So what do you think? What are your personal thoughts on that? I have mine. We'll get into it, and I will see you in a few days. Thank you.